Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, sponsored by Slama Enterprises, Wet Camp Transport, Front Street Toys, and Trip Downing. So, welcome, everybody. Welcome, Greg. Back tonight. Look at that old retro T-Bone shirt you got on there.
Yeah, I had to dig that out of way back in the closet.
That's way back in there. Back in 1990, what? Probably?
Probably. I don't know. It's an old one. I've got T-shirts from almost everybody, the old ones. I don't wear them much because I figure I'll bring back the classic once in a while.
I got been right full of them too. So yeah. Bring them up. I should be wearing them here rather than shirts like this, but this is a good shirt. Freedom.
Right. That's the only time I wear them. I sneak them out for the show here.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back this week, and I had a little bit of a shop tour planned, but it fell through. But we'll get her here one of these days and get a few of these here, get people nailed down. It's hard because pulling keeps going. It's not like it stops. So to get people to settle down in the shop to sit down with them besides work, it's tough. So, but we'll get there.
Yep, for sure.
So tonight we're going to go over part of the schedule, or what we have of the schedule, right?
Yep, what we have. I've got the dates all stamped out, and I've got most of the classes. I'm going to mess a couple of them up, I'm sure. So this isn't official or anything, but the dates I do have.
Okay.
So, yep, I do have the dates all right here. We're getting stuff back. We had to change our contract a little bit, this year. So it took a while to get everything written in it right. You know how contracts are, just got to kind of cover your bases with them. So there isn't much for changes in it, but the wording is different. So it takes, how that goes. Every lawyer's got to get their 2 cents in.
Yep. Fun stuff.
Yep. So you ready to start with the dates?
Sure.
I've got my hometown pull here in Prairie du Sac is going to be May 30th, and it's going to be limited pros, light limiteds, 4x4 diesel trucks, and 2-wheel drive trucks.
All right. Now, is that with the FFA, or what is that?
That is the FFA pull. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sox FFA. It really worked out well last year for us. Good crowd. And believe it or not, one of the better live streamed events, for the year. So it must have been that people are hungry just to watch something, So one of our better Badger State live stream events, not near as Mackville and Baraboo, for the benefit pull, but pretty good for the average event.
First, everybody's hungry pulling, so that's good.
Right, and one thing I guess we haven't talked about here is our new live streaming package is gonna be free. You don't have to pay for it.
Really?
Yep. IHRA is going to sell ads during it. So I have to figure out how to credit the events for this, right now we split what we get back. We got back last year for PPL, but I don't know. Ryan probably knows a little more about the live streaming than I do. It's good, right, Ryan?
Well, to be honest, that's news to me too. Like, I haven't got a chance to talk with John really about it. So
okay, yeah. So you're going to be able to watch them all for free.
I knew they were working on a new platform, but I didn't know any specifics of.
Well, that's what was talked about when we signed up with them, and I didn't. They're going to pay us something for them, and we're going to have to figure out a way. How many people watch your event, and we'll figure out a way to credit that fair. Like right now, what I do is I'm just going to use Sauk for example. Our gross sales for that event was $1,000. We split it. Badger State keeps $500, and we give $500 to the promoter. This is how we've done it. We always tracked. You guys track with how many people watch each event, and and I don't give them a check back, what I do is I credit their contract for next year with it, because we don't know until January how many people watched it up till then. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And if
so
anybody's got comments or questions on how we should be doing this, please ask and put them up there, because, you know, I keep Adam, Adrian, and now it used to be Dirk. Now it's Dustin Hook and Tom Gallitz. The executive board run basically the business decisions of the club. You know, so because if you have to, every time I find, it's hard to get 20 people's opinions and get everybody counted in there. We've always done it this way. The executive board makes all the decisions.
Yeah.
You know, and the business end of it, competition decisions is made by the whole board of directors.
which has class representatives from each class. There's two
Yep.
class reps from each class that
Right.
come forward for that. So there's
Right.
a lot of people that don't probably know that either, but that's how that works. And there's two at large, I think, isn't there?
Yep. Two at large right now are Steve Johnsrud and Dirk Drury.
Yeah. And then anything competition wise or whatever gets voted on there about that.
Yep. Business decisions are pretty, you know, we brought the whole board of directors in for the meeting with, you know, we had proposals from Full Pull and IHRA, and the board as a whole voted to go with IHRA, the package they offered. So that's for our live streaming and the sponsorship for it. So it was a little bit better, you know. They both had great packages. I'm not bashing anybody one way or the other. It was, they were both presented fairly, I believe, in the end. So we moved on, and we are with IHRA this year.
They are growing sport of pulling. So
yep.
Be
Yep.
neat to
And
see
we're
here.
gonna, after our schedule, we're going to try and talk on the high stakes series too a little bit, right, Ryan?
Yep. We'll pull up their schedule and the drivers list that's been
Yep.
announced
And
so far.
who's been accepted to the, like you said, the drivers list, and who's going to be there.
Yep.
So,
Brian Cruz had a
next
question. He said, Brian Cruz asked, "Is the boys' tractor, will it be ready?"
For the first poll.
I don't. It's ready. It's ready, but I think I don't know if they're going to pull it this year. Mason bought a farm, and Avery bought another farm. So funding the tractor and keeping it on the track this year might be a little tough for them. But we'll see what happens, and you know, it's a business decision. You gotta, you know, you've got to pick, and I feel they made the right decision of parking it for a while here, and making their payments on the farm. So
You gotta make hay first before you can play.
that's right. And keeping two tractors on the track is it's tough. You know, just time wise, and there's some more land more custom work for us that came up. They're going to have to stay home and do a little of that. So just business. Farming work gets in the way of tractor pulling. That really stinks at all levels, right?
Yeah, but
Yep.
that's the business you're in. That's the hardest part, you know.
Yep. You got to make the money before you can spend it. And I've seen a lot of guys make the wrong decisions in my 35 years of being in Badger State, you know, or however long I've been here, a long time. Make the wrong decisions, right?
Yeah, you gotta take care of business first, and if that's
That's
what
right.
it takes. So you get your
That's what
feet planted, and like farm wise and land wise, they're not making more farmland. So if there's land that you can buy that's close to your guys' operation and it comes up, I mean, you gotta jump when opportunity knocks. You know, probably not planning on it, but here's the deal. And I mean, you gotta either you're in or you're out.
Yeah, we weren't planning on it. And all of a sudden, the neighbor came over and said, "Hey, you want to take the fence line out and make it all yours?" Yes, you have to, right? You know, so that's what we did. So moving, you know, that's business got to come first. So I guess I'll move on to the next poll. Is the benefit poll. You ready, John, to move on?
Yep, absolutely.
June 13th is the benefit pull to the Children's Hospital in Baraboo. All classes are there. As the last I heard, everybody's there. We'll confirm that at the spring meeting. But everybody said they were on board for it again, and I hope to have another great year there for it. And I want to thank the Baraboo, Fair Board for helping us out. Sauk County Fair really stepping up and doing a lot for us to keep that going, and took a lot off my plate, made it a lot easier. And Randy Brew from helping build the track and all the stuff they do up there. Really, really appreciate it.
Pickled pork cookers.
Yep, pickled pork Purdue. What are they? Pickled something.
Pork cookers. I think you're something about
pork cookers. Is that what it was? Yeah. They're after that frying pan.
Yeah. They're gonna.
Yep.
Also, for the benefit pull, Lori Schultz, they have the UW Children's Hospital Radiothon in Madison, and it's in May. It's kind of early May is when they have it. It's on a Thursday and Friday. It's on Q106, Magic 98, 94.1, the Zone Sports Channel. I think I'm missing one. Anyway, I went there last year and was there through the morning shows, and she talked about having me stick around to do the afternoon shows too, to amp up and help the UW Children's Hospital. But not only that, different listeners that helps amp up our tractor pull and promote it for the Children's Hospital. So tentatively, that's the plan. I don't know the date yet, but it's usually early May. It's a Friday, so I plan on sticking around with Lori all day and being on the radio station. So we'll keep you tuned in to when that is.
Perfect. And then we move on to Macville. Little change this year. When I originally talked to the head of NTPA and Roger Baum, we were going to be on one track and they were going to be on another, but that has changed. Now our show is either going to be first or second, and I'm hoping to go first. So we have a better track, each night, and let them go second. What we're having in Macville for sure is a 3.6 diesel trucks, the 4.1s, tractors, and the pro stock class is just 6 guys that we volunteered to go up there and pull with. It's not going to be a points pull for Badger State, but we had 6 guys that kind of wanted to go there and pull, so we're going to go up and do it. We might, heavy alcohol supers in there, but the NTPA is having them anyways, so I doubt if we can make that happen. I was going to have Aaron Hall and them guys pull it, but NTPA put them in there. They're in the NTPA part of the show. I'm sure they won't want to pull twice in the same night.
Okay.
So, yeah, moving on for that. NTPA at night has unlimited mods, 4x4 mods, heavy supers, and minis after we're done or before us, however it works out.
Wow. So that'd be a good show.
Yeah.
I'm bummed. I was hoping that was going to be side by side and we'd go back and forth. And that would have been,
Right. That's how I kind of wanted to do it, but during the show, I knew they couldn't do it. I specifically pushed. I said, hey, we're going to be on one track and you're going to be on, oh, yeah, it's going to be great. And then all of a sudden later on, just like it always happens, we can't do it that way. But I always ask first because I've been around doing it a long time. I know whose rule, how each group works, so.
That means hopefully we pull first and we can drink beer and watch the other show.
Yep, or go to the casino.
I'm going to watch the other show.
Yeah.
Brian Kilgora, are all the IHRA events free streaming also, or just the Badger State ones?
I believe they all are. I don't know. But I don't know why they wouldn't be free and only ours would be free. I know Ohio State's are free and ours are free.
Yeah, I think it's going to be free because they already started off with the Florida events. They were free too.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, yeah, that'll be good. All right. After Macville, Chopir is June 27th. And I believe it's Super Farm 466 and light diesel trucks down there. Is it light limiteds? Was it 4 classes last year, Ryan?
Yeah, I think they
Yes.
have 4. Yep.
Light limited supers and 3.6 pro stock trucks.
Yep. And Super Farm
Super
and light
Farm,
limiteds.
Yep. Hot
Yep.
farm.
Hot Farm. Hot Farm.
was.
Yep.
Yep. Hot farm,
All right.
super farm, light limited, pro stock diesel trucks.
Okay. Yep, that's
Less
the
than
same as
eight.
last year. Show Pier, right?
Mhm.
June 27th. And if anybody's watching and I got something wrong, please let me know, because this is the dates I'm pretty sure are right. But the classes, I gave them to the person that sends out the contracts, and I don't have a copy of them, so I'm kind of going off of memory. And then July 9th is Jefferson. And I believe I'm sure it's Pro Stocks, Limited Pros, and Super Farm there, again, as always. And we have Jay Ulenock will be the sled there. And I haven't talked to Bill Smith about it much, but I do believe this is going to be the start of a shootout, a 3-pole shootout to end in Darlington. It'll include Jefferson, Baraboo, and Darlington. Extra prize money for the Pro Stock tractors, I believe, is what he had in mind. Right? That's what it's going to be.
The Darlington got rained out, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, Baraboo got rained out too.
Yeah.
So,
2 out of the 3 got rained out last year.
3.
Yep.
Doesn't rain where I announce.
Doesn't rain when you announce. Who's announcing in Jefferson or Baraboo?
I don't know.
Christopher?
Must have been.
I think Chris normally does that pool.
Yep. And Darlington.
And Darlington. And Darlington. Yeah.
Oh, Christopher.
That's the 8th. Darlington is the 8th of July. The 10th that's a Wednesday night. The 10th will be Baraboo.
Jefferson is the 8th.
Huh?
Jefferson will be the 8th.
Yep, Jefferson will be the 8th.
Yeah,
and Baraboo is on the 10th. And that'll be Pro Stocks, Limited Pros, Hot Farms, diesel trucks, 2-wheel drive trucks, and I believe
is it the same as last year, or did they change?
No, that changed. They dropped the light limiteds and added diesel trucks. What did they have last year?
I can bring that back up quick. Here's what they had last year for classes. Pro Stocks, 4-1s, light limited, 640, Hot Farm, diesel truck, 3.6 diesel trucks, and 2-wheel drive trucks.
All right.
I guess did the Pro Farm get dropped, or did they keep them?
What's that?
Pro Farm.
No, they dropped Pro Farm because they pulled in Lodi and they thought it was a pain in the butt. They ran first and it worked, but the fair board thought it was hard getting them in and out to get them out of there in time to get to Lodi, because it is very full at that Baraboo pull.
Yeah.
So they dropped that class and light limiteds.
So they went down.
Okay. God, I think they added light pros. I'm not sure. That I guess I don't have the stuff from. I do know they dropped 640s and light limiteds.
So they went back to 6 classes. Would that be 6
or
classes?
5 classes. Does this say it would be 5, right? Because they dropped 2 and picked
Pro
up.
Stock, 4-1s, light
That's
pros.
5.
Yep. So they have 5 classes. So then Darlington would be the next night, Saturday night, the 11th, and that's the same as last year. As far as I know. I haven't gotten their contract back yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Yeah, they've kept the same classes there for a while.
Yep. Not many places change very often. And then you got the Monroe County Fair. That'll be the same as always.
What about
is Monticello in there, or did their date change with the calendar?
Yeah, it moved it. After Darlington, Monroe is for 17th. Edgerton's the 25th. Oh, somehow, okay. I got, nope. Monticello's the 22nd. I don't know wrong order here.
Yeah, because I figured their date would be very similar
Yeah.
to last year.
All right. So there's somehow Edgerton snuck in there on the 25th. It's not. It is the 25th, but it's after Monroe. Why isn't Darlington in there? Darlington's the 11th. Monroe's the 17th.
17th. Is that the only
Monticello's
one
the
that
20.
week?
Yep, Monticello's the 22nd.
Okay. So they move after Monroe this year.
Yep.
22nd is that? What day is that? Is that a Saturday or what?
Wednesday.
That'll be a Wednesday night. Mazomini is on the 24th. What day is that?
That's a Friday.
That's
And then
Good Friday.
Edgerton moved to that open Saturday.
25th.
Yeah.
Yep. Edgerton will be the 25th. But and all them polls, the classes are the same, except for Monticello is just Badger State this year. Nothing from the Western Series. It's just all Badger State classes. Oh no, they did change because they added 466 there.
They were there last year.
Were they?
Yep.
All right. Well, they're there again this year. I think it's the same as last year.
Same classes, just everything's sanctioned through Badger State.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Just everything sanctioned through Badger State.
Okay, so there'll be no Freeport this year, correct?
Yep. No Freeport. Nope.
And Oshkosh after Mesa then?
Oshkosh is the same, and it's 31st.
Okay. And then
Of
Utica?
July. Utica moved to the 8th this year. This year, Warren is the 1st. The day after Oshkosh will be in Warren.
So they're not
classes,
they're not on top of each other this year.
Right. Warren's going to change it up a little bit. They want the diesel trucks. They're working on right now because of Utica moved back a week this year, and Mike wants to get the diesel trucks down there. Yeah. We're trying to work on it and see what classes. He's got to take one class out yet, and he, because he wants to get the diesel trucks in there. So because of we're the young guys that have the Chevys, the Van Huysen. Van Huysen, yeah. Van Huysen, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. They want to pull there. They live 10 minutes from Warren. So
yeah, they're in Stockton.
Right. Yep. So
and normally they haven't booked there because they're normally in Utica and trying to get there, and Warren is difficult.
So yeah. We'll see what happens. Mike will get back to me. He might even be watching. I know he told me one time, and I wrote it down, and I don't have them sheets because this was kind of a last minute throw together night here for us to do, just like a lot of times. But I'm very not unorganized, so which is normal. Yeah,
we like put you in the frying pan right away, Greg. We don't screw around.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. After Warren, Milledgeville will be on the 5th. Them classes are all the same as far as I know. Okay. I haven't heard anything different.
Yeah, they normally book the same 4 classes, seems like.
Yep.
All those classes have a local competitor in them.
Yep.
Or multiple.
That's what most pulls do. They make sure they have all their local people. And I push that too, because if you want people in the stands, have a local guy and his family's going to come watch him.
Yeah.
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 Of course, Ben Haynes him and Pat are pretty involved in Milledgeville, along with Fredericks.
Yep, and Dustin. Dustin helps out a lot.
And Dustin. Yep.
Fredericks and Dustin and Ben and Pat and who else? Dave Baker's right there.
Yep.
So they've got a lot of guys. That's a good pull. They get a lot of people there for a Wednesday night. And they've really fixed that fairgrounds up. They leveled the racetrack down, and the parking is way better. It's nice getting in and out of there. So they did a good job there, I think. And Utica, as far as I know, John, you know just as much as I do. All the classes are the same. That'll be on the 8th.
I don't know. Dave does the classes, and JJ and Dave put the class together. So I don't know what the classes are.
It's been pretty similar for quite a few years.
pretty much. So it's usually the classes that are there are light pro, light limited, super farm, 3.6 diesel trucks, hot farm. I believe there's always 5 classes.
Yep. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
So Hillsboro. I know it's pro stocks and 4.1s from Badger State for sure. And 2-wheel drive trucks will be co-sanctioned.
Light pros.
Light limiteds, I think, are light pros possibly co-sanctioned, but I don't think he's having Super Farm there this year.
I heard that.
Yeah, so that's a big question. And I've got all these stuff on my phone too. But I can't. I use my phone as my camera for this.
Yeah.
I got screwed there.
When is Hillsboro?
The dates for Hillsboro are the 14th, 15th.
Yeah, they're on the late
15th.
swing.
Okay.
Yep. And I think it's only a Friday night show, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, possibly.
That's what they usually do. Yeah.
No, I think it's just going to be 2 sessions.
Oh, is
it
it?
just?
I think it's going to be Friday night and Saturday night.
I think that too. I'm not sure, but
And everyone just pull, and then everything pulls in both sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Changing it up.
That Saturday afternoon is still tough, even it's just
It is. But Don's putting it together. The high stakes thing kind of made it a little hard for for him to because they changed some of the stuff from high stakes to from the Champions Tour. And I know that most of the guys committed to both, but I don't know.
Well, if you want to make it in 2027, you do have to be in a certain position in the class, right? To qualify for
Right.
2027. That's kind of the deal.
But if you're already in, guys might not want to take a chance in breaking it at a Champions Tour event and just support the high stakes end of it.
But I think for 2027, you have to be in like the top 10 of Champions Tour points.
Right.
At least.
No, you have,
both.
You have to be in the top 10 of the high stakes series to stay there. And if, say, there's 15, the bottom 5 might get pushed out for guys that win the Champions Tour. Is the way I understand it.
Yeah. Get John back on here then.
Yep. And I've pushed for, hey, if you've got a state level tractor that's won, he should have a chance. Support your state level tractors. They should have a chance to do that high stakes thing if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't get accepted to it, then you just pull your state level events. Say, Ryan or Jason Round wins Badger State, he should have a chance to get that tractor on the Champions Tour or the high stakes series. I mean, that gives everybody a little something to support your local events or your state level events too. I believe that's how I would like to see it go that way, but that don't mean it's gonna.
Right.
So after Hillsboro, Beaver Dam is the 19th. 2 tracks there, and that's always a great place to pull. It's always one of the favorites. And that track gets better there every year, and the crowd is just – they had 10,000 people come through the gate the Wednesday of the tractor pull last year. I don't know if we have that anywhere.
I don't know.
No, not through a gate.
All that I know is one of the places that when you announce, they're right here. Because you can wind them up and get them going and bring them down again, and it's fun. I love that.
And when you make when you guys make a good pull, they get loud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fan participation works. I mean, it's unbelievable how many places, Darlington is that way too.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of cheering and stuff because you end right next to the beer tent there at the end of the track. And you did good because people start jumping up and down on the wall behind the fence there. So it's always fun to pull in Darlington and places like that where the fans get into it, Yeah. So, and next is Highland, the 20 9th
of August.
of August, yes. And I don't think anything really changed there either. Well, they haven't decided yet either. Dirk was saying they might switch something yet, but we haven't decided that. It's got to we'll have it all done by the spring meeting. So we're really pushing right now to get people to, people take the contracts home. No, we're going to talk about it. And then it sits on the truck dash for a while. And then I have to call them and say, hey, we need this back. Or what are you doing for sure? I've got to get this back.
We're only a week and a half away, or almost 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks away from.
That happens a lot. You know how many people bring their contracts to the spring meeting?
Half of them.
A lot of them, a third of them for sure. Yep. But that's been the way it's been all along. You go to the fair convention, or they want to change something, and they've got to the changes they wait till the next meeting the next month. You got to wait 30 days. If they want to change, and I give them an answer, well, I've got to take this back to the board now again next month at the next meeting. So it just takes time to get everything done.
Yeah.
And then Monroe is the Green County Fall Nationals is not the last pull of the year this year.
No.
That's going to be on the 12th. And then I don't know, them classes pretty much stay the same every year too. So
yeah.
Yep. And then Viroqua is the last pull of the year. Them classes are the same. So that's our schedule for this year. No Freeport this year.
Freeport decided to go a different route.
Yep.
With a different show.
Yep. Good luck. Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Well,
yep.
I guess they have to try it one year, right?
First time in 40 years they haven't had a tractor pull, probably, or more.
No, they're having a tractor pull.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, it'll be an NTPA show.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. They tried it one other time, and then we're back to us the next year. So sometimes you gotta let them do it. If it don't, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yep. So, but you hate losing any, and and we get offered other pulls too, but they're always on top of something we already have. And I just can't do it. We don't have enough help, and it's too much to do 2 in one day. Utica and Warren have always fallen off, and that's always been a big day, and short of help at both ends. But we've always done it, made it work. I don't want to do that every weekend.
There used to be like twice or 3 times. I know it was twice a year we used to have 2 polls a day. I don't remember what the other ones were, because Stacy would go announce one and I'd announce the other one always. And
yeah,
well, there were always 2 polls.
That weekend of Tressa, when you guys went through it there, I feel like there's multiple events that weekend.
Yeah, Tressa
always, and we always did Dubuque at noon on a Sunday. Years ago, and we go up to Portage, Wisconsin on Sunday night. You had to bust butt to get up there. That was a long. We only did that a couple years. That didn't work so well.
Kankakee on a Sunday too.
Yep.
Long time.
Well,
anything else with this year's schedule?
Nothing crazy out of the
Adam wants to know.
Adam Stevens, Oregon out.
Yep, Oregon decided not to do anything. Neither did Leaf River. Leaf River and Oregon Oregon called and asked, and I gave them the prices, and they've never called back. But Leaf River decided to try next year, so because that was going to be on top of Sauk, so they couldn't get the classes they wanted, so it didn't work. But
you always kind of go by the ones that are there year after year, So you gotta, you got a gentleman's handshake. Hey, you're this date. This is your date, and then if you give it up, well, then it opens the door to somebody else. And
if you give it up, you lose it. And that's happened already a couple of times. And you have to do that. We have to support the people hired you first.
Yeah, and there's polls that's been here since it started too. So you can't push them aside for the next biggest bad one, because that only might last a year, and they've been with us 25 years. You can't forget where you come from in business.
Right. 100%. 100%. Ryan, do you want to bring up the
Yeah.
high state?
What class you want to start with? Any of them?
Whatever. It don't matter.
All right.
First, should we go over the dates? Because all these guys are at each event, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's every class,
We
each
can
event.
just put the classes out or whatever. Yeah, we can go over the dates, and then you got lineups for who's in it, right?
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
five. There's 5 dates. So
1 second on the date. I had the lineups, but I know the dates are like the 5th and 6th for the first one, right? Out
I don't
in
know
Ohio. But let me get the exact.
So spring meeting is a couple weeks away. On Saturday, we always do the tech school beforehand, and then after that's the general meeting.
yep.
I'm gonna go to the tech school again this year just to brush up on anything that's changed. So that starts in the morning, and then after that, then the general meeting follows and basically goes over any of the changes and so on and so forth that were voted on at the fall meeting. Is a recap, and then schedule, and then guys pay membership dues, and what else? What am I missing?
Well, we'd go over the work schedule for the tech people, who's working and what you meant.
Yeah,
And this year, probably one of the bigger subjects we're going to be talking about is our social media. Jason Schultz used to do it, and now we're working with IRJ and Emily is doing our social media, and Ryan, right?
and
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Ryan
We're
and
gonna
Emily are going
be
to do it.
and
yeah.
we're gonna be we need to I know her schedule and my schedule. We also want to try to revamp the website as well.
Yep. And
But give it an update to it.
Change
yep.
her up.
needs a little little updating and whatever.
Yeah.
But Emily went to school for this. She told me a lot of stuff I don't even understand, but I finally said, "Hey, if this is what we need to do, let's do it."
But Emily and Avery have Elsing Farms one, correct? Is that what it's
Yep.
called?
Elsing
So-
family pulling in new age custom farming.
Yeah.
She's got I don't know how many thousands of followers, a lot. She does it right, and she does it for other businesses too.
Yes. She's
She
good
does
at
this.
So she went
Yeah.
to school for marketing
Yep.
and yeah,
This is her business.
it's her business.
It's what she does. She has it's and she does well at it. So I just say, and somebody else wants to do it, I'm sure she'd be fine with it, because it is a lot of work. Right, Ryan?
Yep.
Ryan knows it too. It is a lot of work to
Yeah.
put stuff out there that you got to put fresh stuff out all the time.
Yeah.
And we're going to do more on this show. There's going to be some ads too, part of it for some of our sponsors.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a 5-minute ad at some during the show.
Jack
Don't
Spot.
forget John.
Jack Spot. Raffle tickets will be ready to be handed out at the spring meeting. I'll get my blue bag back.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
How come I can't see the questions at the bottom here? What the heck? My screen is not centered.
Gonna get new glasses probably. Yeah.
Well, I've
Stronger
got that. There's just nothing there to see.
Oh. Jack Spots, yes. We're gonna have raffle tickets too. Yep. I sold the most raffle tickets according to Jack Spots last year, so that was fun.
Yeah.
See if we can do that again.
You kind of have a captive audience for it, though, right?
Well, I still sell a lot out from the polls too.
Yeah. Yep.
Sold a whole lot more outside the polls than I did before. I just pushed it more. I always had tickets with me, and
Yep.
usually got a Badger State hat on or shirt on or something, and people ask, and then now people know where I'm at a lot of times, and they'll ask, and hey, you got any of the Badger State tickets? Voila.
Yep.
Here's a pack.
Sell them right away too. Don't throw them on your dash. Or I've done that in years. I throw them on the dash of the truck, and all of a sudden they're doing it. I'm digging into my dash of my truck. Where are them? I gotta find some more.
I didn't get my tickets until I think the first pull or something last year. So
Yep.
I'll hopefully Jack's got my blue bag ready, and we'll start out rolling right away.
Perfect. You got the first events up there, Ryan?
Yep. Here's the schedule.
So June 5th through the 6th is at Dorana Dragway, West Salem, Ohio. And then June 19th through the 20th will be the 300 Raceway, Farley, Iowa. July 10th through the 11th will be Dorana Dragway, Milan, Michigan. And then August 7th through the 8th will be Dorana Dragway, Hebron, Ohio, or Hebron. And September 25th through the 26th, Dorana Motorsports Park in Benson, North Carolina. So that one's way out there.
Yeah.
They own that too.
They own that too?
Yeah.
What was
So the IHRA owns 4 of the 5 locations.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What was Benson before? Is it the same
Galot
park?
Motorsports Park.
Oh, Galot owned that. Okay. Get a load of this. So they sold out. Okay. What classes and what are the members? You got them?
Yep. So we'll start with the pro stocks here. 1 second. Might as well start with them.
I was looking at the list of pro stocks. They're all good in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here are the pro stocks.
Wow. Bootlegger, Jason Savanovic. Bullwagon, Connor and Conley Medding. Bulletproof Buck, Clint Medding. Glutton for Punishment, Matt Holland. Green with Envy, Denny Brown. Hardcore Addiction, Andrew and Bradley Hartman. High Limit, Jason Round. Industrial Force, Jason Round. Injected Funds, Brent Meyer. Lincoln Diesel Specialties, RJ Simon. Loud and Heavy, Brandon Simon. Mac Daddy, Julia Ray. Mac Nasty, Mike Connie. Make It Happen, Brian Lunge. New Era, Mark Lawyer. New Generation Plus, Robbie and Ezra Lemke. The River Rat, Kevin Masterson and Patrick Gentry. Spontaneous Combustion, Jeremy Smith. Tinker Toy, Daryl Folks and Joe Harris. Workhorse Pro, Rob Russell. That will be quite the pro stock class.
Yeah. I'd hate to be in that hornet's nest every weekend.
Well, you're weaving that same hornet's nest basically in Louisville, so
Kinda. I got lucky there though.
Shook her up a little bit. You and Link are rubbing the old dashboard, You gotta rub the dashboard
Yeah.
to the islands.
Yeah, you got to pet the old girl when she gets to the end. Keep her happy.
Yep, keep her happy.
Yep. Yeah.
So how many classes run the high stakes sevens? Or 5?
8, I believe.
8, yeah.
Holy moly.
That's going to be a lot of pulling each night. Holy smokes is right.
Yeah. I think it's 8. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe be 2 tracks, 4 classes.
Yeah. Here's the mini rod competitors.
So the mini rods, half past midnight, Tanner Nelson, which was your points champ for PPL last year. Beast of Burden, Adam Kester is coming to run. Bobcat, Jed Leichner. Cash Cow, Brett Berg. Category 1, Peter Norton. Dirt Slinger, Abby Leichner. Firestorm, Jeremy Smith. Jeremy Smith is driving one, huh? Is that one of Norton's?
Oh, no.
No. Footloose.
Yeah.
Adam Kester. Have No Mercy, Tyler Schlaw. It's No Joke, Mike Evans out of Johnson's Creek. Kansas Twister, Logan Stevens. Little Hurricane, Peter Norton. North American Trailer, Jordan Nelson. Show No Mercy, Bruce Schlaw. Stress Relief, Todd Boltman. Walk the Line, Adam Kester. And Wheatland Express Mini Edition, Logan Stevens.
That's
Hornet's
you're not
Nest.
missing anybody, right? Neither one of these classes has everybody.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Here's the 4-1 list.
So limited pro stock is going to be Too Ruthless Dustin Hook, Bad to the
Dustin
Bone
Ruth.
Patrick Payne, or Dustin Ruth, excuse me.
Yep.
Cowboy
Yep.
Cadillac, Joey St. Mary, Digging Deer, John Kuntz, Hellraiser, International Addiction, Henry Jared Debussiere, Killing Time, Dean Holicky, Meyer Performance, R&D, John Meyer Jr., Moody, Justin Smith, Purebred Red, Tyler Audette, Red Express, Ray Jordan Aaron, Ruthless Binder, Doug Ruth, and Chandler Burns. Time for one more, old Josh Dutton, and Under Obsession, Nick Audette. That'd be a wild time as well.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be a good class too.
Here is the mods.
So who's the first one? Matt Johnson. Is that the live? Our live numbers are in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh, the 1X Dirt Slinger.
Yep.
It's the red. He has the mini rod too. The 1X.
Oh yeah. Dirt Slinger,
Yep.
Bill Leister, Judge Next Generation, Derek Bargy, Jury Next Generation, Ron Bargy, Long Motorsports, Keith and Ricky Long, Ramblin' Rose to Tom Owens, Rank Seed Moneymaker, Brett Bird, Running Bear, Full Streak, Jeff Hurt, jumping in a mod this year. Simon Says, Brandon Simon takes a licking, Steve Bunnage, Thorne, Dylan Owens. So Jeff Hurt there bought the old green streak. So that'll be pretty cool. Running Bear, Full Streak. That's a good name.
Jeff Hurt on
Yeah.
a mod. Who'd have thought?
And a mod. Yeah, who thought he'd been in mini rods?
I know.
He's a glutton for punishment. He's got a lot of engines.
Oh
there to keep-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Super Farm list.
Super Farm, fourth generation, Jacob St. Mary. Cranking up, Dan Vinny. Fast and the Furious, Don Salama. High maintenance, Josh Miley. Homegrown, Trip Downing. Hooked up, Brian Barman. Never Say Never, Brett Weber. Positive Ground, Chuck Ginterberg. Screaming Norwegian, Score Boyden Johnson. The Thumpkin Pumpkin, Shane Maston. Thunderstorm, Michael Snap. Thunderstruck, Brad Woods. Twisted Deer, the Fritz Brothers. Wicked Whitetail, Jeremy Roberts. That is one good super fun class.
Yeah. That there's something about the big money brings out everybody that can do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild how some of these classes too are, like the mini rod class. There's pullers from, the other organizations that are locked into that. So pretty wild to see.
That's a big thing. If you're a busy guy, going to only 5 events a year, that's pretty intriguing, to do it.
10 hooks.
Yep.
And if
2 nights.
To play afterwards, yeah, whatever.
Yep. And you've got plenty of time between each one of them to fix them if you have to. The one big struggle I know some guys had was with going to South Carolina. That during harvest there, that's a tough one.
Oh, the last one of the year.
Yep. But what do you got for other classes there?
All right. This is the Super Stock Diesel Trucks.
Oh, they got super stock trucks too. American Pride, Keith Witt. Antler Addiction, Ben Schimpf. Caretaker is Chase Eller. Cream of the Crop, Justin Gerhardt. Crosswired, Keith Witt. Cummins Killers 3, Craig Dickey. Cummins Killer 2, Craig Dickey. Deadpool, Terry Biggs. Flammable, Marshall DeBro. Kong Xander Lee. Kong Xander Lee out of Houston, Texas. One Nation, Cody Lee. Rock Hard Ram Van Hazley. Shide Diesel Kent Crowder. Shide Ingram, Shide Ingram, which is Brady Ingram doing the driving. Smoking Ya HD, Eric and Lily Stacy. And Top Shelf, Nick Gillette. So, yeah, that's cool. So Marshall DeBro doing some driving this year. They got four-wheel drive.
Yep. No, I'm sure that their semis probably in the semis too, I would guess.
I would think. So here's the two-wheel drives. Two-time in Chad Mayhill. Addiction, Michael White. After Hours, Jonathan Payne. Bullseye, Keith Long. Cornburner, Jason Sullivan. Forever Hooked, Dale Nelson. Midnight Chaos, Reloaded, Tanner Nelson. Midnight Gambler, Jeremy Nelson. Midnight Obsession, Jim Corey. Midnight Revenger, Jared Nelson. P5, Chad Mayhill. Park City Auto Parts, Lisa Tatum. Plain Dirty, Evan Anderson. Plain Hooky, Evan Anderson. Rampage, Jonathan Payne. Simon Says Chevy, RJ Simon. Sweet Revenge, Bethany Nelson. And Willie Make It, RJ Simon. So Simon's got two-wheel drives in there. That's there's another hornet's nest.
Right. Simon's had a lot of equipment to get each one of these events. They've got 2-wheel drive trucks, mods, and the pro stocks in there. Holy smokes.
They're going to be busy. Well, even this Roberts gang in there, that's a 2-wheel drive, boy. That'll be a shootout.
Yeah. Yep.
And last class, the semis.
Who's the first one there? Chris Wood is behind the thing.
Class
It's
act.
a class act.
Class act, okay. And then Drivers Wanted, RJ Simon. The Hillbilly Deluxe, Spencer Rook. Holy Smokes, Lonnie Saylor. Limitless is Bonnie Kriegmile. Maximus Prime, Joe Bonner. Maximus Prime 2, Dale Francis. Mining for Dollars, Matt Measle. Must be Ken Measle's son. And Ken used to have a, Elkie Super, didn't he? Heavy Elkie Super, yep. Mining for Dollars.
It was a light, wasn't it? Light Super?
Heavy Superstar.
It was a heavy Super, yeah. Mining Mayhem, Ken Measle. And then we got Playing with Fire, Ryan DeBro. So Ryan DeBro, he's been running hard last couple of years too. But yeah, so Bonner, they got 2 Max. I see in Facebook they've been working on them. So that's going to be quite a semi-class. That's going to be fun to watch.
You don't see that many semis at any pull ever, right? Because there's only a few semis in the United world. There's not many around.
Yep. Well, they're all going to be there. So keep on trucking.
Yep. Let them rip. But
that'll be awesome.
That'll be fun to watch that, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be all free live streaming too. If you're home, you can watch that. And do you know the site where you can go and do that yet, Ryan?
I do not. I think they just got it up. I had some people ask me about it, but I haven't got a chance. I could search IHRA here and see. I think it just got live either today or yesterday because I've had some people ask me about it, but I don't know any information yet about it.
Yep. Well, it'll get out there. We don't have anything to watch yet, but we'll make sure everybody knows about it. And as well, it'll all be on the same site with the Banner State stuff too. You just go there and you click on whichever club you're watching or which event you want to watch.
Right.
And again, I'm 90%. It's all free. I mean, when that came to our board of directors and that package, and when they noticed it was all free, that was a big swing of votes.
Yeah.
From one to the other. Both organizations shot us a really good package. The best. I mean, it really good. I'm happy with it. What we ended up with, and I was happy with the other one too. So it all went good.
Happy. Then happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It gave us a lot more flexibility in what we're doing too. So both of them were going to do that. So yeah.
We'll be answering Wade's question or kind of comment here. We'll be using a new live results platform that kind of came out with at the end of last season.
Are we using that too? And Ryan, you're getting extra help for at the polls recording stuff too, right?
Yeah, that's also a work in progress. So.
Yep, because usually Ryan did everything by himself, which was great. But I think we're going to have more GoPros on the tractors going down the track.
We're going to try. We'll be trying to get more angles, stuff like that during the event.
And maybe some more pit interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, and as I get more details, we have, more access to more stuff now with the IHRA side of things. They'll be a lot helpful.
Yep.
For equipment
They've
and
been
stuff.
doing this longer, than we have, and they've got some skills probably that, we'll learn stuff from them too, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. We've done really well for what we've had, I believe, all along, right, Ryan? Equipment, and
Yeah.
I think you're getting more equipment and more opportunities to do things different. Now, Ryan, you're the guy in charge of all this. I'm just
Yeah.
going off
Yeah.
of what I've heard.
Yeah.
And you,
We're just gonna try to make it better.
yep, and you did a bunch of the video stuff in Louisville too, right?
Yeah, so I was just kind of directing, to be honest. They had brought in this a local production company, and their expertise is in horse shows. So I was just there guiding them through the show.
Just there to crack the
And
whip, right?
Not,
I
not,
was I was
not just,
just trying to help them explain, what's going on and what they need to focus on. And um no, they were great. I they were all I mean, this is they do all those guys are all freelance workers, and so they not only do the stuff with the horse shows, but there's guys on that crew that do stuff during or for SEC championship, their basketball tournaments, March Madness, um,
hmm,
all
it's a
different
good,
types of sports, the Indy cars. Some of them have done stuff with Indy cars, series,
Yep.
but
Well,
this
I've
was all
watched
their
them.
first tractor pull.
Yep. I've heard a lot of people that watch the videos from Louisville at home said they were way better than they've ever been.
yes,
Yep. So,
big time.
did you
The only,
watch them, John? Did you watch them at
yeah,
home?
watched all of them. The only thing, and I told Ryan, the only negative, I guess, or constructive criticism part I could say would have been, and it's probably because of the house system of announcing, but when they come out the track, they'd get feedback, and then whatever was changed got changed, and then it was good. Then when they did the interviews, the top three. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that
So a little backside, like what's going on in the backside. There's actually two productions going on at the same time. So it's a live stream, and of course we're getting the audio from the in-house. So that's them. Unfortunately, we have no control over like a mic cuts out.
yeah,
That's the in-house audio. But they're also doing their own. We're communicating with them to sync up production of when they run the in-house ads as well. That's going on at the same time, and then like when Leslie is up in the crowd, that's actually going. She's with the in-house cameraman for that. So we're actually trying to sync up two productions at the same time.
and she was there the whole weekend, the whole week, and I think
Yeah, for the
her
first time.
yeah her interviews were stepped up better too. That were pretty awesome. So that was cool.
Yep.
That was great. It was the best that I've seen come out of there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
we already have a lot of ideas for next year to make it even better because now that they got an understanding of what's going on, we can add a lot more stuff to the
Yep.
production.
Perfect. Well,
So already
anybody else?
looking forward to next February.
Anybody else have any questions or comments or?
Um, I didn't get a. Jack says that your blue bag is ready.
Sweet, Jack, you're the
Perfect.
man. Perfect. That'll keep
Perfect.
me like I'm not
Yep,
busy enough already.
Right. Right.
I think
Well,
that's it.
we're gonna try to get some shop tours done here before we get into the next week, right, John? We've been working on it.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going out to Bowsman's, but I don't think it'll happen until after Gordyville. So I'm buying some parts from them guys. They sell disc blades cheaper, and you can buy them around here. And they're not really aftermarket, I don't think, but I'll show you their business, the Bowsma boys and stuff. When I get out there, and you're gonna try to do Eric, and we're gonna try and get a couple other ones down here.
Hopefully,
So,
yeah.
yep.
Daniel Here's got a comment, says, thanks for all you do. After a long winter, we're all ready for some pulling. So,
We are. Yep.
yeah.
Well, you have to
And
take
then-
my motor apart. I didn't break anything in Louisville, but I did freshen it before because I didn't want to mess anything up, so I got to do it now. So we got a lot to do this spring yet, and I think a lot of other people have to do. So but we'll get it done.
Yeah.
So that's all I have. How about you guys?
And just a reminder, this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the return to Gordyville, the Midwest
Yep.
Spring Nationals.
Yep.
So
And
it's
we're
gonna be
holding a
70.
whole
It's
game.
gonna be like 75, 80 on Friday down there.
Beer drinking weather.
Yep. If anybody's watching in the Sauk City, Sauk County area, we're doing a whole Organics meeting Wednesday night at Driftless Glen in Baraboo. So if you'd like to attend,
You'll be all lined up.
yep, free meal. Text me free, so I get you in a free meal and free drinks. So we will be doing that.
Sweet.
All right.
All right. We want to thank Slama Enterprises, Trip Downing, Front Street Toys, and Wet Camp Transport. Thank all you guys for hanging out with us every week, Monday night. Keep working at things. So thanks for all watching, and thanks for all Badger State supporters. So good night, everybody.